Government published new gaming rules, and according to these rules, all 7 gaming license holders must implement and maintain an organizational structure consisting of executive management, department division sections, and jobs, ensuring, among other things, that approved internal control standards are maintained.
Now, operators must also maintain records of slot machine meters, ensure that computer gaming systems are loaded to a file server, that a register of all gaming upgrades is kept, and use of account wagering systems as well.
Now, payment for the number game will only be made upon presentation of the proper ticket, and no claim shall be considered for tickets which have been discarded, lost, or altered beyond identification. A winning ticket for payment can also be presented within 6 months after the issue date.
Now, for parlay wagers, a parlay card betting ticket issued by a computer shall be subject to the same controls. A license holder shall not accept a parlay wager after the start of the first game, match, or other event. Now, gaming insiders claim they already prescribe to many of these gaming rules.
The 5th and largest vessel in the new fleet of the Royal Bahamas Defense Force as a part of the Sandy Bottom project arrived in Nassau. The auxiliary landing craft HMBS Lawrence W. Major is currently docked at the Prince George dock, undergoing final testing and inspection before the formal handover to the Bahamas government by Damon executives. At 180 feet in length and 39 feet in width, the vessel, just over 500 tons in weight, can carry up to 40 20-foot containers and has sleeping facilities for a crew of 24. Lieutenant Nedley Mattenborough of the RBDF delivered the initial briefing and tour to the Minister of National Security, the Honorable Dr. Bernard Nottage, and State Minister in that ministry, Senator Keith Bell. Commander Mattenborough explained the primary purpose is for disaster relief and recovery, which means the vessel is capable of carrying large amounts of cargo, dry goods, and water. It is also capable of carrying up to 60,000 gallons in fuel and 35,000 gallons of water for those in need.
The erecting of signs to advertise here in the capital will no longer be allowed without permission. In a press release issued yesterday, the Minister for the Environment, Kenra Dorset, said the newly formed Bahamas Public Parks and Public Beaches Authority is in the process of regularizing the display of signs on roadsides and verges, especially on New Providence. All unauthorized signs and billboards which are presently erected on roadsides and at roundabouts should be removed by their owners on or before December 31st, 2015. The authority will begin the removal of illegal signs in the new year. Now, after this period, all persons and organizations who want to advertise along the streets and within the roundabouts must pay for a permit from the Bahamas Public Parks and Public Beaches Authority and comply with the Ministry of Works guidelines. The fee structure will be released to the public before this is enacted. The authority will erect uniformed structures in which signs of varying sizes can be properly displayed.
Alleged drug lord Melvin McCartney Sr. and a number of his alleged accomplices have had their case pushed back to tomorrow at the Court of Appeal. Maycock, Wilfred Ferguson, Carl Comer, brothers Lyndon and Brian Deal, Tory Lockhart, Shanto Curry, Trevor Roberts, Sheldon Moore, and DeRoy Moss are seeking leave from the appellate court to appeal to the Privy Council. This after the Court of Appeal upheld a decision of the lower court earlier, paving the way for them to be extradited to the U.S. on drug trafficking charges. Sheldon Moore, Trevor Roberts, Shanto Curry, and DeRoy Moss have been out on bail for 9 years during the extradition proceedings. However, it was revoked on November 18th, and they were remanded in custody at the Bahamas Department of Corrections to await extradition. Federal prosecutors had requested the extradition of the men since 2004. The Kurt McCartney murder trial continued today before Senior Justice Stephen Isaacs, with jurors continuing to hear evidence from a police inspector. During the proceedings, defense lawyer Ramona Farquharson Seymour suggested that police conducted a sloppy investigation. However, that was refuted by the inspector. The officer also testified that the prosecution's anonymous witness, A.B., was the driver of the car which took the 4 accused to Gambier, the area where McCartney was killed. Attorney Ian Cargill, who is defending Terry Delancey, also suggested that the alleged murder weapon in the case, a firearm, had been tested before Delancey handed it over to police. Thorne Edwards, O'Kel Farrington, Lindira Curry, and Sumner Ingram are accused of killing McCartney. Terry Delancey is also accused of accessory after the fact.